All right, so now we're about to start actually tearing out. A few tools you're gonna need. Safety tools are definitely the most important. Safety glasses, protect your eyes. Earmuffs for your ears because it can get really loud, especially in small areas. I use a brand called Workhorse. It's a great brand, I think a fair price, a good way to go. There's other brands out there, of course, but that's the one I use. Gloves, because your hands will get cut up like really quick, especially with ceramic tile. There's sharp edges, and it makes a really big mess if you don't have some sort of glove. Very important. The actual tools, your knife and chisels. So I use this chisel. It's started out as a wood chisel, and I've been smashing and bashing with it, and now it has become more of a tile chisel. It's very rounded, works great. And I also use a big cold chisel for that larger problems. And then your pry bar to get in behind, start prying out. I also sometimes use an extra long one, and then of course your hammer. There we go. We're all ready. Tear out. So obviously you can see I'm switching up the tools, figuring out what works best. Sometimes small chisel, sometimes a large chisel, sometimes the pry bar. Just go with what works for you. There's no right or wrong in this case. Just do what you think works best. And remember, everything is really sharp. Be very careful. Have a garbage close by to throw what you can in. The stuff is not coming off that easy, which means it was stuck on properly, which is good. Bad for us now, obviously, because now we have to take it off. So the best way to do this would be to take off all of this row here, and then literally get into the board, cut and pull the whole board off, because we want to get right down to the studs. And that's the best way to do it. Instead of trying to take the tiles off, then take the board off, try and do it all in one step. And I'm gonna just keep going, and then I'll come back and show you what I did. All right, so here we are. We've used a hammer to smash out the sections here. I was finding the pry bar wasn't doing a great job, so I got a hammer, and I was just smashing away, and I would smash the edges first. Then as I'd peel back layers, bigger chunks would come. So now we're at the point where we can take big pieces off. So I'm just gonna show you how we take the bigger guys off. Basically, once you get to this point, you're pulling and pulling and pulling, and finally it's just gonna let go. And once it lets go, there you go. You have big chunks ready to be disposed of. So it does take some pull, and eventually it does go. And once it's like this, so never talked about it before, but the I don't know if you can see the orange here. So there's orange membrane that's on the drywall. This is the Curdy. I was talking about the Curdy membrane, so it's fully waterproof. You can see it's done its job really well. There was no water issues. All the drywall is perfectly dry. Right now, it is making our job that much harder because it's stuck to the wall, which is stuck to the mortar, which is stuck to the tile, which in this case, it's in the corner, and the two corners are connected. So it's not gonna be so easy just to pull this out like normal. Normally you would just grab this, yank, and out it would come. But because of the fact that this wall is connected to this wall with the orange membrane, it makes it that much harder. We will try, but I think we will fail. And I think we are right. So we'll have to basically smash this wall out just to get the rest of this off. Not a huge deal, but it does make it a bit more difficult. So this is just something I wanted to show you, just to see how much faster it can go once things progress. But the beginning, definitely slow. It's just the way it is. Don't get too frustrated. Just keep plugging away. Don't just start swinging madly, because that will cause a lot of other problems. You want to save. You can see that the screws are still here on the studs. You don't want to start bending them, because then when you're trying to unscrew them, they're wobbling and it's causing a big problem. So just take your time, do it well, and you'll be happy with the end result.